All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we'd like to give all praise and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that's teaching his word in all true faith and sincerity. And I'm the brother Barak, and with me,
The brother Dawada.
and yeah, we're the Akim from the church here in Birmingham. And today we just want to tie this lesson 4 in 1 hour, which is concerning the destruction of America. This man have had a run pretty much. He's pretty much had a run for centuries. Actually, when you go into the statue, you read Daniel, the second chapter. Pretty much, this man is pretty much the whole bottom half of the statue concerning the Greeks, then the Romans, all the way up to now with this beast system, man. But despite all that, this man have went through presidents and governors and all these laws and legislations. All these riches, him taking over the world and gaining all these resources in 1 hour. With that destruction comes, this man is going to be, he's going to come to naught, man. And we seeing the build up to it. Matter of fact, you got anything out?
No, you got it.
You can start off with Second Ezra, the 9th chapter.
Okay.
Because we are, as you read in what did the book of Saint Matthew 24, our Lord Yahawashi gave us the rundown on what to look for, the symptoms concerning a downfall of a kingdom, man, of these kingdoms, and ultimately it was going to be ended off with fire, but we're seeing the fire building up. It actually is on fire now. There'll be series of plagues and things that brings forth distress and anguish, but it's actually going to build up into that fire, But you got it all.
This is Second Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before.
And this is how we're measuring the times, by the sayings. Like I just said earlier, mentioned St. Matthew, the 24th chapter. That's the gauge. These different prophetic scriptures, we seeing everything is lining up with this lifetime. That's why you go into Daniel, the 12th chapter, talks about how the books was going to be sealed until the time of the end. So now that's why we going into the book of Habakkuk and Joel. You know what I mean? These different prophetic scriptures.
Okay.
Because this is the time where it was meant to be read. You got it.
I got some real quick.
You got it.
This is the book of Habakkuk. Just going back on what the brother said, we seeing these things play out at the end. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. And that's why we seeing the prophecies play out, because we at the end. It says, and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry, and it's not tarrying. We see the famine approaching. We see all these things getting ready to lay hold on the planet Earth, and as the brother said, that's what our Lord Yahawashi told us to look for. The saints.
Yep. And yeah, it says not tearing because we're in this earthly realm. Time is different, But when you in the spirit, you see time is everything, like you said, it's speeding up, man. Everything is ramping up. Each day you get some report concerning more evils. Everything that's contributing to prophecy. So everything is happening, man. This place is hastening to the destruction, man.
Okay.
You got it, though.
I'm gonna go back to Second Ezra 9. This is Second Ezra 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand
See,
that is the
then you're
day.
gonna
Mhm.
understand as we see these things begin to bud forth throughout the planet Earth. Matter of fact, get St. Matthew 24 and
Con,
I think it's like 32, I
con,
believe. Because now in this time that we're in, you have to consider, you know, as you mentioned earlier, the famine, uh, these lockdowns, martial law, and you know, these draconian laws is going to bring forth this that charagma, that sea help,
mhm.
the MOTB, even World War III. You know, you have to consider these things, you know, because what else do you see on the earth right now?
Con,
That's where the momentum is heading towards, man. Prophecy is has consumed the earth, man. You got to do out.
con. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 32. Now learn the parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender
Mm-hmm.
and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh.
Hey, look up that word. What it says, put a forth. I don't know if that's a phrase,
Con,
but as you can see, the Lord's giving us a tangible thing to look for in the spirit concerning the fig tree and how when it begins to ripen and the leaves begin to bud forth, you seeing it. You know, you seeing it, and that is an indicator to show you that summer is not. You got it out.
con. That word, Strong's G 1634, it says to generate
Mm,
or produce from,
mm,
to
mm-hmm.
cause, to grow out.
See, and that's what you seeing. Prophecy is growing, man. Just harping back onto the famine.
Hmm.
Uh, it was a point in time where you just hear about recalls. That was probably one of the worst things you could hear about concerning food. Was a recall. So many it was thousands of pounds of beef. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And shit, it might be a whole region might have to recall beef back. But now the report it has grown until now you're hearing about the processing plant itself burning down.
Con.
Oh, you have to say something about?
Yeah, that's cold. You mentioned the processing plant because even if you do have the cattle now, you don't have anywhere to process the food, so it's available to you.
That's it.
So yeah, it's growing out, it's flourishing.
Mm-hmm. That's
I,
it.
I I seen some down in the Strongs. It says to sprout up.
Mm. You
So
got it
that's
out.
so like that's the word of Yahawashi, as the brother said earlier. Laying hold to the planet Earth. You
Mm-hmm.
know, prophecy is budding forth. You know, and there's nothing that you can do to put that seed back in the ground. It's not you can't reverse that process once that seed sprouts. And the roots take hold. But guess what? It's just going to grow. And it's going to grow into its perfection.
That's it. Hey, since you said, matter of fact, get Isaiah 55, and Lord will we'll go
Kind,
back to that. You know, because that show you that this is life. These
hmm,
words are life, because that's one of the characteristics of life is growth. That's one of those characteristics of anything that's living. It grows. So that concerning the words of Yahweh Shema Shai, man, we seeing it.
hmm,
These are just not empty words. No, it actually plays out. It's a scenario. These are weighty words, man.
hmm.
You got to do it.
Kind. This is Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 10. For as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven and returneth not thither,
Yeah, because
but
this word is from on high. You know, this is from the heavens, man. This word. Even our Lord Yahweh said, my doctrine is not mine, but his
hmm,
that sent me, man.
kind.
You know, so this is a heavenly doctrine. Or it tells that I think that's a Sirach. My doctor shall drop as the rain or something like that.
Yep, kind. Yep.
You know? So this is from the heavens, and that's why uh, when this decree brings forth, it has power to it. Matter of fact, continue on.
It says, and return of not thither,
So it's not coming in vain. It's not going to be. It's not in vain. You got it.
but watereth the earth,
Mm-hmm.
and maketh it bring forth and bud.
See, so that's it. So this rain, that water, this word, it is power in it, man. Because now it causes things to grow, as we just read in that definition. To sprout up, to cause to grow. So us talking about the famine is growing on the earth. Us talking about the charagma that's growing on the earth. That's the next big scene that's going to take place. You know, that's that our temptation that we're coming into. That's going to shake the earth up. That's one of those earthquakes the Lord talking about. Yeah, it's literal earthquakes, but it's gonna it's gonna be an earth shaking event, which is that mandate, man.
That's it.
You know, as well as that, as well as World War III. Us speaking the words of Yahawashi, it now we seeing it bring forth. This is the season where these things are beginning to sprout. You got it out.
It says, and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater.
Yeah.
So shall my word be. It's like it. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth.
So in the word, in the mouth of the Lord are the prophets, man. That's the mouthpiece of the Lord, man. You know, the matter of fact, continue on.
It says, it shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it.
So the Lord is not speaking in vain. Oh, it talks about even how the Lord was with Samuel and let none of his words fall to the ground. So you seeing who the Lord dealing with by the words, the doctrine coming to life on the earth, man. You know, we talk about the concentration camps, the famine, the pestilence. And all these things are an effort to overthrow the wicked, the Edomites, the so-called white man. All these things that's happening on the earth is an effort to overthrow this man. But what's going to cement it is World War III, man.
That's it.
You know, and we seeing all these things happening. We coming into the build up to the destruction of America. Because even the scriptures talk about how this place came up. When you read Daniel the 7th chapter, it talks about that little horn, and it goes into those 3 wars and how this place was built up. But it also goes into the ending of it as well, how it will ultimately be violently overthrown, man. But you can go back to that Matthew 24.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 32. It says, now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh.
See, ye know that summer is nigh about what you actually seeing the fig tree putting forth leaves. You seeing it. And that's why the scripture says, behold, and it's not meant to give an old English feel to it. It actually means you're going to actually see it, man. That's why I said you know that summer is not. It's an indicator to show you what season is a change in seasons. In the spirit, we coming into the spring, or we in the spring. You know what I mean? So we in a monumental times, man. To where we actually witnessing a transfer of power. You know, a downfall of a kingdom. You know, to the kingdom of heaven, not to another captivity, because even Daniel, he actually witnessed the power transferred from, they was in that time where the Babylonians, that time was up, and it was the reign of the Medo Persians. Well, we're not here to witness Babylon go down, and then now Moab ruling. No, we coming into the kingdom of heaven, man. That's why this is such a monumental time. You got it out.
Yeah, if I may, you was talking about the prophets of old. I was just thinking of Jeremiah, where he said, "Summer is here, and we are not yet saved." You know, he was looking afar off. He was looking for the kingdom of heaven. And he was looking for his people to be liberated from that certain captivity of the Babylonian. But now we see those things.
That's it.
What did Yahawashi say? Many prophets have desired to see those things that you see.
That's it.
So yeah, we see those things now budding forth, man. And summer is now. The kingdom of heaven is right around the corner, and we can see the tangible things that's playing out in the earth that lets us know, that the return of our Lord is on the way, man.
Mm-hmm.
I got something real quick.
Con, you got it, bro.
What is that? Ecclesiasticus, I believe it's 25. And let's see. I believe it's 7. Make sure.
Yep.
Yep. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 25 and verse 7. There'll be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy. And that's a beautiful beginning right there. He judged in his heart to be happy, right? It says the 10th what I utter with my tongue, a man to have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. And that's where we at. We seeing the fall of our enemy. Hey, that's why we're comforted. Through the scriptures, we see the words of Yahawashi laying hold on the planet Earth. And our enemy from the womb, man. We seeing his sharp decline. From his lofty status. You got these BRICS nations now actively seeking to trade in anything other than the currency that he presented. Where eventually they're gonna hate the whore, and it's like, and that's what we seeing, man. But yeah, kind of that was it on that.
That's beautiful. And he said, "He that liveth to see the fall of his enemies." I think that's in Job when it talks about it's going to be certain spirits on the earth that actually seen this devil.
Oh yeah, can.
Yep. So that's a reward as well, man. To actually from seeing this devil and his power and shit, this devil with 3-piece suits on and shit, to this transition where you in the kingdom, you see this nigga, he under you, to the point where you got to tell stories about an Edomite and how they was once ruled the earth and shit. You have a field trip to Babylon to show your children. Yeah, I mean, get on the rundown of that story, man.
Mm-hmm. If I may, the scripture say, "Is this the man?"
To see that's the spirit, yeah.
So yeah, that's what we that's the beautiful future that we are approaching, man. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
That's it.
I'm gonna go back to Matthew.
Con.
Matthew 24 and 33. So likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors.
Hey, Baba Gashah, look at that word see. Let's see what that says. As you mentioned earlier, concerning that you mentioned that earlier in Matthew 13 chapter. Many righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see. And it says ye shall see it. So meaning what? Ultimately, them words is gonna be tangible. You're gonna actually experience it in one way, form, or fashion, which we seeing it now by the way of articles and videos and news clips. And you might have an interview of somebody crying about how they had to stand in line for food and shit. But it's gonna be the point where we're gonna all experience prophecy in one way, form, or fashion. We're gonna get up close and personal with prophecy. Ultimately when that time of trouble comes, that hour of temptation, man. You know, whether you had to go without eating for a minute or dealing with the troops, Esau. But we seeing it, man. We seeing everything is beginning to bud forth and growing to its perfection. And all this, ultimately, the results, you want to, as the elder brother Aaron mentioned, you want to just skip to the end of the movie. America is going to be destroyed. This is that destination to it. You got to do it.
That word see, it says to see with the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
It says to see with the mind, to perceive. It says no.
So you actually you get it. That's why going back to the Second of Night, try to say you're gonna well understand then. You're gonna understand once these things begin to take place and you see where the momentum is heading towards. You're gonna understand what time and season that we're in as you read in First Thessalonians the 5th chapter in the first verse. You got it out.
It says to see, i.e., become acquainted with by experience.
See, that's when prophecy is these words are going to become tangible, man. So you're gonna feel it. These people gonna feel them that stamp in their hand. You're gonna smell them bodies. You're gonna see the you know what I mean? These people are gonna get very well acquainted with prophecy, man. You know?
That's it. You know, if I may, you're gonna see these people really, like you say, they're gonna see what we saying,
That's it.
We able to see afar off through the spirit and power of Yahawashi, but they're gonna have to learn through the experience. What is that? I think it's Hebrews 11. What Noah, when he was born, he moved with fear because he believed the words of the Lord, and it flourished into him being saved because of that faith. In the words of Yahawashi. Elder Apostle Gabar say this: what words won't teach, adversity will. So you people are going to get ready to experience some adversity, by way of the prophecies. It's a little bit more. It says to see, to look to, to take heed. so yeah, we taking heed to Yahawashi right now when these things are not readily made available to the naked eye of these people. Now they see, the inflation, the high egg prices, these other various things, but they don't perceive the magnitude or the gravity of what's going on. Let's see.
That's it.
Oh, if I can get this in the Strongs, it says to discern clearly, physically or mentally. So yeah, it's that being able to peer out, man. We can discern clearly what's approaching the planet Earth by way of the prophecies,
I see.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna read it again. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 33. So likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors.
See, it is near. What is near? The destruction of America. That's what we coming into. That's the perfect will of the Most High.
That's it.
That's
it. Bring this wicked ass kingdom to an end.
That's it. This is a sick place. The only way, the only thing, the only solution is fire. The only solution is for this place to be violently overthrown.
I'm gonna go back to that second Ezra 9.
Fine. Yeah, you go back to this second. Yep.
This is second Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself,
Mhm.
and when thou seest part of the signs pass,
See, it's
which I
beginning to
have
bud forth. It's beginning to sprout out. You got it.
which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
See, and they said we're going to understand
Hmm.
that this is that time. And it said, well, the Lord, the highest, will begin to visit the world which He made. And yeah, that's concerning the earth, but it talks about how Lord Yahawashi made the worlds in
Mhm.
Hebrews, the first chapter, I believe, going
Con,
into those different ages. And this is the age, this is that world of Esau, the Lord promised to visit all the way back when Cain and shit. See, this is the time Cain's about to get his judgment, you know. Oh, matter of fact, get some real quick. I think that's Jeremiah 49.
con,
I think 49 and like 8.
con. Yep. This is Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 8. Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of the Dan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him.
See the time that I will visit him, that the world of Esau, the age of Edom. Going back to St. Matthew, the 24th chapter, concerning the end of the world, what shall be the sign that coming in the end of the world, the end of the age. Which in that time, the Edomites, the Romans, and guess what? They're here today. They're on the scene, man. When our Lord returns, the Edomites are going to be in power, man. You know,
Mm-hmm.
this is the time. This is that time the Lord is going to visit this man.
Mm. Oh, was that Second Thessalonians 2 and 3? Then shall that wicked be revealed.
That's it.
And then it goes into what the Lord's going to consume him with the spirit of his mouth.
That's it.
Matter of fact, Baba
Yeah,
Shala, you
get that
get
out.
that.
Yeah, that's it. Because they say the process of prophecy, man. It's a build up. Certain things had to take place. You know, that falling. It talks about that falling away.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got it all out.
I'm gonna start at I'm gonna just start at verse 3. I know the point is like in verse 8.
Con, I mean, if you want to just read 3 and jump
Yeah,
down, or however you gonna
yeah,
play it.
can. Yeah, can. Second Thessalonians 2 and verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. And we
See,
fell away from Slack, you got it.
no, you got it out. You got it, bro.
Yeah, and we fell away from our heritage, man. We literally fell away from our inheritance of the land, and the Lord removed his wisdom from us. But in this time at the end, like the brother mentioned earlier, that the books are going to be open at the end, and we've were recouped that information again to know who we are according to the scriptures. It says, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
See.
His inheritance is to be destroyed, man. I'm gonna jump down.
Hey, and that show you. It said that
Okay.
day should not come. So that means the return of our Lord Yahawashi, certain events have to take place before
Mhm.
it actually happened.
Beautiful.
Just going back to our falling away, but it said that man of sin being revealed. Esau, man.
Hmm.
Who else could that be but the so-called white man? Esau gotta be here, man. He's part of the scene of the movie, man.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta go out.
Jumping down to verse 8, it says, and then shall that wicked be revealed,
Mm.
whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. If I may, the spirit of the mouth is the prophets, man. The spirit of the Lord's mouth is the prophets, telling this damn devil off. And it's coming up the chronological order. It says, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. As a brother mentioned, it's a build up. Right now we're in court. We presenting the evidence to Yahawashi. He's getting ready to render judgment, man, carry out that sentence.
See,
We'll go back. Second Ezra 9 and verse 3, it says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes.
see, seen.
Hmm.
It's gonna actually grow. It's gonna grow. It's gonna manifest. You're gonna actually see it to the where you actually witnessing it on the news. Well, you experiencing it. You got it.
It says, and uproars of the people in the world.
Yep. So you're gonna see earthquakes, which is a literal earthquake to the point where you got earthquake apps and shit to where it's a norm now to hear about so many hundreds of earthquakes happening. And, you know what I mean? But also earth shaking events such as when the Crown Vic came. It wasn't just gooks, Moabites wearing masks. Even over here in Babylon, you had to wear a mask. And even the Quran, the MOTB, as you read Revelation the 3rd chapter, concerning that hour of temptation which shall come upon all the world. That's gonna shake the earth up, man. Your daily routine is gonna change when that mandate comes. Shit ain't gonna be the same. It's gonna be they trying to introduce this digital system. But that show you where we at in this journey. We are closer to the destruction.
That's it.
Uproars of the people in the world, these different riots and protests, even motherfuckers that to be I forgot what they call the shit when everybody just go in there and ransack the store.
Oh,
it's normal. And what is it? What's it called?
I just had it. Damn, it just slipped.
I know it's called snatch and go or some shit like that back then, but I know like up in San Fran and shit's a norm for motherfuckers just going in with a big duffel bag and just take shit. You know what I mean? And it's only going to intensify. It even talks about that in 2 the 15th chapter. These people want to take the power in their own hands. You got it a lot.
It says, then shalt thou well understand.
See, it's going to become more and more clearer. Why? Because we are seeing things through the testimony of Yahawashi. It talks about the path of the just shall be as the shining light. They're seeing things through the testimony of Yahawashi, man. Everything is becoming clearer and clearer each day. We're very close to the destination, so to speak. Just like if you're going to the beach, it gets to a point where you start to smell the water. That's where we at in this process. We getting everything is heading to a point. But you're gonna understand. It's becoming more and more clear, man, because of that light. You got it out.
I think I got that term, smash and grab. Yeah, those are the things that we see play out. Like we ain't see that, play out 5 years ago, maybe not even 10 years ago. And I know we done spoke about this before, how they did a smash and grab at the Apple store, off 280 of all places.
280,
man. And if you grew up in these parts, you don't fuck around out there, man.
Hell no, that's Esau land, goddamn.
That's it. Over the mountain.
Over the mountain, red mountain. You don't want it, you know what I mean? You better be 10, 11 going over there, goddamn. These niggas dead bold, you know what I mean? So they show you where we at. They show you where we at. Even these people that fear Esau, they don't fear this man as they once did. His influence, everything about this man is languishing. He's becoming weaker. He's drooping, even from a physical level with ED to his roads and shit being what's the word, broken down and shit like that to his
Con.
influence. And even what the scripture say, the weak say I am strong. You got this Kim Jong Il, man.
Yeah, con.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that show you what we at in this process. We inching closer and closer to this man's end.
Mm-hmm.
You got it out.
Con. It says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
It says, for like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
See, so it said all things. For
Mm-hmm.
like it's all that is made in the world from man. The man have a certain lifespan. It talks about that 80 years with strength, 70 years, 80 with strength. You know, it's a certain time limit with man. It's a beginning and an end. From a fucking basketball game, there's only 4 quarters to it. But all the way up to empire rulership, it's a beginning and end to it. When you read 2nd Ezra, the 4th chapter, it talks about how the Lord numbered and measured the times. That's concerning these kingdoms. It even also talks about that in Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter, concerning the seasons.
Okay.
When if it's seasonal, that means it's temporary, man. You know, so this man, the end of this man is manifesting just like a car when the motor knocking or someone on their deathbed spitting up blood shows you it's an end. And the end of this man is manifest. That's why all these events that's taking place on the planet Earth, from distress among the people, you know, for an example, the SNAP benefits and shit like that.
Okay.
But that represents the end of the comfort,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But you got anything else out?
No, I ain't got nothing out.
All right, let's just go to Revelation 18 chapter. We'll kind of wrap it up.
Okay.
Revelation 18, you could probably start at like I think like verse 7.
Okay. It says the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 7. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously.
See, and these Americans, they have lived deliciously to where, you know, everything at your fingertips has become a literal saying. Because all they gotta do is just go to your Play Store and download the app for your lust, and show you that this place is turned upside down. Having a breath of fresh air has only become a figurative saying. You can't say that literally. That has become a figurative saying under the watch of this man. You know, so they show you that everything is turned upside down. But these people are living, you know, just the regular common folks is living a luxurious lifestyle in a way, you know, because you know, we haven't experienced of going and draw water. Or, you know, you used to having your air year round, 74 degrees in your house. You know what I mean? Central air, central heat, just things subtle as that. Just a faucet cutting on and water coming out. And as well as those apps. And that what contributes to the pride of these people. A nigga know he can get 6 tenders and some honey mustard. He ain't worried about what you saying, man. And that's just scratching the surface. But this what contributes to the pride of these people, man. And it tells you also as the judge of the people, so as the judge, so are the people. And the proud is ruling. So of course, the people are going to be proud as well. You got it out.
It says, so much torment and sorrow give her.
See, so that is that all that's going to be traded in. And so that Lord has snared these people. It tells they're going to be snared in the evil time. To what all this shit is going to be cold turkey, man. From you just coming in the house and turning the lights on. That's not going to be a thing no more pretty soon, man. That's not going to be a thing. You getting up and hitting the grocery store to get your weekly groceries. That's not going to be a thing, man.
Mm-hmm. If I
You
may,
know, you got it out.
the Lord Yahawashi said, we're going to be sorrowful, but the world is going to have joy. And
Mm.
then he right in turn said that our sorrow is going to be turned into joy. So if our sorrow is turned into joy, guess what? That joy is going to be turned into sorrow, man.
That's it.
You
Matter of
know,
fact, get I think that's Baruch chapter 4. Is it Baruch
Con,
4?
that's it.
And you know what I'm talking about?
Con,
Like that is some.
yeah, that's heavy. We lamenting right now. You
Mm-hmm.
know. Oh, how was I say? We have piped unto you, and you have not danced.
That's it.
We have lamented unto you, and you have not mourned. Con,
Start at 30. Matter of fact.
con. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 30. Take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that gave thee that name will comfort thee.
See, so they're just going back as you mentioned too. How the Lord said our mourning is going to be turned into joy. The
Mm-hmm,
Lord Yahawashi outside is doing that. This is that process by giving us this truth as well, man.
mm-hmm,
And that Jerusalem is concerning the elect, man, because those are the ones that's going to receive that peace and mercy, man, in this
mm.
lifetime. And the Lord is comforting us by the way of this word. You got it out.
It says, miserable are they that afflicted thee,
Mm-hmm.
and and rejoiced at thy fall.
See,
Hmm.
so that rejoicing is going to turn into misery. These devils as well as these other nations have capitalized off our downfall.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? Is that joy is going to be turned into mourning. You got it. Even a nigga capitalized off our downfall.
Con.
A nigga contributes to black culture. You know, you got it out.
It says, miserable are the cities which thy children serve.
Mm.
Miserable is she that received thy sons.
See, great miseries is coming, which is already here, man. It's
Mm-hmm.
only going to intensify. It's only going to grow. You got it out.
It says, for as her, for as she rejoiced at thy ruin
Mm.
and was glad at of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation.
See,
Mm.
you got it.
For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning.
No, what's one thing that's going to contribute to it? The famine, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the medicine for pride is hunger, man.
Hmm.
That's one of the tools Yahweh Shah is gonna use in this time, man. And not just any regular old famine, it's gonna be a great famine to
Hmm.
where cannibalism is gonna be a solution for these people. You got it out.
It says, for fire
Hmm.
shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure, and she shall be inhabitants of devils for a great time.
See? So that
Mhm.
fire, which is gonna be that thermonuclear fire, as well as fire from the chariots. The chariot is gonna contribute to the burning of Babylon as well. And
Mhm.
it's gonna burn for a long time. What's it long to endure? With the
Hmm.
Lord, he's what it says, he's and what's the word?
Long suffering.
Long suffering.
Okay.
Yep. But this fire is gonna come from is gonna come from Yahweh Shema. So I tell you, the spirit of the Lord is gonna be in them missiles.
Mm-hmm.
You got it though out. Oh, it says she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. So they're concerned ultimately when the fire goes out and these desert creatures are going to dwell here, as you can read, and they show you Esau is who is this is going back, is all going to go back to Esau concerning these major judgments throughout the
Mm-hmm.
scriptures. Because when you go into different judgments concerning Babylon, as you can uh, go to like Revelation 18 chapter towards the top, it talks about how those unclean spirits which is those desert creatures, those unclean creatures that's going to dwell here in Babylon. And you can read the same thing in Isaiah 34 concerning the judgment of Edom, as well as Jeremiah 49. It talks about Edom. And then when you go to 50 and 51, it says the same thing, but instead of saying Edom, it says Babylon, man. It's the same. It's the same one. This devil is the target, man.
Okay.
You know, but you can go back to Revelation 18.
Okay. This is it's like in Revelations 18:7. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow and shall see no sorrow.
See, and that's pride at its height. And who else has that characteristic? When you hear about pride, who else? What other name come in mind? Edom, man. Talks about that in Obadiah, the pride of thine heart. You know, talks about the proud times. So that's concerning this devil, man. And they have this mindset, and it has trickled down to just the regular people, man. To where a nigga will say we. When you talk about America, say, yeah, we'll destroy them and so many. You know what I mean? Like, nigga involving himself with America now. You got it, though.
If I may, that's a lot of pride, man. You know, and the scriptures tell us that what is that? Proverbs 16.
That's it.
How a haughty spirit before a fall, you know.
Pride go up before destruction.
That's it. The water. Yeah. And that's what we're seeing occur. As a brother been bringing out, you know, it's going to be a build up to it, you know. And that's what we're seeing, the build up to it.
That's it.
It says, verse 8, it says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day.
And we in that day. We in that time period where these plagues are befalling Babylon. You got it out.
It says death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire.
See, that's the icing on the cake. That's the icing on the cake. Yahawashi is gonna. It tells you that the Lord's gonna beat our enemies with plagues. You know, so that's the beating with the different the death in the morning. With that's a wide range of things. When you just say death, and that show you that it was meant for this time, because in the ancient world it was so many things you can die from. You know, from a certain disease or a wild beast. You know, the sword. But now you can die from a car accident, a light pole falling on you, a mechanical dog, you know, these things. So that death in that morning, that ranges, man. That's a broad statement. Why? Because the scripture talks about great death. So we finna see death at its highest degree, you know. But it said and famine, and that's one of the favorites of Yahawashi to use, man. Especially how fitting is that to where you got DoorDash, Grubhub, and all the way to what's the show? 600 Pound Life. And it's round about eating and shit. So how fitting is that plague of the famine, man? And ultimately, that fire from Yahawashi, man. What else? You know what I mean? And we in that time period where these things are happening, and it's building up to that fire, man. You got it, what?
It says, for strong is the Lord power who judgeth her.
See, it's Yahawashi that's doing this, man. The Lord set it up to where this devil wasn't gonna be taken down by no man. It wasn't no formula you can use, no military strategy to overthrow Edom. Yahawashi gonna do it. You know? You got it out.
Con. You want to continue?
Yeah, continue on. I think the
Con.
point is like verse 10, I believe, something like that.
Con. It's like it says, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and live deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning.
Yeah, see, because ultimately these nations in bed with this devil because of the riches. Oh, it even talks about that in the Sirach, the 10th chapter. The rich man he's only honored for his riches.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's the only why they fucking with this devil. Because that's how they became rich. You got so many billionaires that's Moabites. Why? Because they fuck with the Edomites. The Elam, you got so many billionaires and shit like that. Why? Because they in bed with this devil, man. You know, they don't have a sentimental value or they very cool. No, it's about business. That's how they became rich. So that's why they lament. Well, that's why they're going to lament when America is violently overthrown, man. You got it.
Con. It says, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
See, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. So there's a literal hour where this place is going to be destroyed, man. And just going back to you, everything is you got to entertain that because with the hypersonic missiles, they can come over here with less than 30 minutes now.
Mm-hmm.
So that this judgment, despite this man ruling for centuries, he was able to seize the resources of the earth. This nigga got he has took continents and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's saying take over the world. This nigga literally did that in a sense, you know, by his military might and his witchcraft. And it was a build up to that, to where he at now. But all that's gonna come tonight in 1 hour, man, when that destruction comes. You know? But you got anything else out?
No, I ain't got none of
Con. So yeah, Lord willing, we hope that we're edifying, like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawashi, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash. Like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say shalom to the elect that sees word in our true faith and sincerity. DTA, a
a
Bible
Bible
ball.
ball.
Soon,
Soon. Yes.
very soon.